New piece of kit, probably the most important bit of kit I've got. Information from the chiropractor basically condemned my old computer chair on the grounds the back would not go upright. She said you need to be vertical when you're sitting, because I sit for quite long periods. Well, we've cut down the long periods, yes, that seems to have improved things, but she said when you're sitting you need to be upright, not inclined slightly backwards, and certainly not leaning forwards unsupported. And this was the only chair I could find that actually goes 90 degrees to the seat, bolt upright. And it's got a lumbar support that's adjustable and a headrest that's adjustable, and when I'm sitting in it my main back is supported, lumbar support and neck headrest. So hopefully that's going to improve my posture and allow me to sit for slightly longer periods, because there are times when I need to get on with stuff. So that is an important bit of kit. The only thing is the arms had to be taken off, because when I'm sitting at the computer I need to tuck the chair underneath the table, and the arms wouldn't adjust downwards to allow that to happen. And I don't use them anyway. I always pull the seat right forward as far as I can, so that I'm almost touching here, and then my arms lay flat on the table, so they're not under any stress or anything, and then I just wiggle my fingers when I want to type stuff. So I think that's a big improvement on the previous model. Of course you do your back in putting it together, don't you, crawling around on the floor and trying to align pieces and get the flipping screws in, but anyway it's done now, and yeah, I think that's going to be quite an improvement. I could have done without the jazzy colours, but this particular model is classed as a gaming chair, so it's more designed at youngsters who sit in front of their computer or laptop for days at a time. Yeah, they did have a black and grey model which would have been more suitable, but they were out of stock, and I thought it might never come back in stock, so we had a choice between blue, bright green, purple and red, and I thought the blue would tone in a little bit better than some of the other colours. Anyway, comfy seat, so that's good news. I went to get my eyes tested, and we had some good news. He said with correction, in other words with your glasses, your vision will be better than 20/20. And then, like a bombshell out of I don't know where, and he said, and I'm sorry to have to tell you, you have very early signs of cataracts. Now I don't know what that is, I've had to look it all up, and he said the chances are you'll get at least 5 years and maybe as long as 10 before they start having an effect on your sight. That's the one thing I can't be without. I'd sacrifice every other sense I've got to keep my sight. Without that I can do nothing. I can't go out. You know, all my social events would have to be helped at the very least. Orchid shows would serve no purpose. There's no point in going if you can't see anything. I wouldn't be able to film. I wouldn't be able to use my computer. Everything. So yeah, a little bit of a blow, a bit of news like that, but it is treatable. I don't like the sound of that either, but anyway, we will wait and see how things develop, because you often get information like, you know, doctors tell people you'll never walk again, and a year later they're on their feet and up and running, well, getting about. So they can be wrong. They're based on averages, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, playing with eyes is not my idea of fun. They're essentials. And there's lots of other things I could do without, but anyway, my new glasses will arrive soon and I can go and get them fitted. And I had them adjusted this time. Instead of getting the, because they're varifocals, instead of getting the near focus based on reading books, which I just don't do, I got the close focus element of the lens geared up to arm's length, which is the length between where I sit and my computer screen, which makes far more sense to me because I don't read books. Well, you know what I think about books. And that's books of all kinds. I don't like reading. But I'm happy to sit at the computer and look stuff up and read. So yeah, so they should be a lot better for me. And he said my distance vision is actually improving over the years. You know, unfortunately, that's the type of vision I use the least, probably. Anyway, so a little bit of bad news. Not a disaster, and get roundable, hopefully, sometime. I don't like the sound of, you know, surgery on my eyes, but if that's what it comes to in 5 to 10 years' time, that's what it'll have to be. You know, there's no way I'm losing my sight. I'm not having that. I was just going to say I'd rather lose my legs, but let's not be silly. At least I'd be able to see to get around in a wheelchair, you know. I need my sight. Anyway, we'll worry about that one if and when. We'll leave it at that. And also some real bad news. Our chairman at the Bournemouth Orchid Society has got cancer of the liver, and they said there is a new operation that may be suitable for him if he's strong enough to take it, because he's also got a weak heart and he's also getting on a bit, you know. So anyway, he went in and they opened him up to do the surgery, and they found some other nodules of cancer, so they are basically aborted and didn't complete. So we've got to see what comes of that now, you know. God, this getting old thing is really depressing. I'm going to go and water some orchids and cheer myself up. Anyway, see you later. And yeah, I think this new bit of kit's going to be a major improvement on my posture, which is this is the chair I sit in most, even more than like when I relax in the evening. I'm in and out of this chair all day long. It's important for this to be right. So getting one with a 90-degree back to the seat was important. Adjustable height to make sure my feet are flat on the floor and support the base of my legs, not dangling and swinging in the breeze, all that sort of stuff. That's important as well. And sitting bolt upright, supported all the way up. So well, I've done as I was told. That don't happen often, but it's for my own good. I don't mind being told to do stuff when it's going to help. So that's the new bit of kit. And quite honestly, the chairs I were looking at, you know, sort of what do you call them, ergonomic type, you know, I needed the high back so that I've got the back support and the neck and head support, so it had to be a high back one, and they're flipping expensive. And when I looked at them, they would not go upright. You know, they've got an angle of about 10 degrees like that, so they're not right. And this was the only one I could find that had a high back, that was fully adjustable in all directions, and 90 degrees to the seat. And this wasn't expensive compared with the others. It was quite a lot cheaper. Win some now and again, haven't you? Can't lose all the time. See you next time. Bye for now. Oh, and I forgot to say, I'm now going to sit in it and process this video. So I'm going to test run it.